Yeah,
Open
just
board
follow my
questions.
lead.
Dominated everything on the stat sheet. Did your team's performance look as dominant to you as it did on paper?
No. No. Look, we are always happy to get the win. I felt like our performance was pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, I think it's always good to get a team win, but there's always room for improvement.
You obviously outshot them by a wide margin. And I'm wondering what the conversations were like maybe at halftime or even among people on the bench as far as navigating the frustration as Southern packed a lot of players in front of its goal and several of your opportunities just ran into a mass of bodies.
Yeah, I think, look, we talk a lot about being as good as we can be on the day. Our speed of play, being sharp, being courageous in the final third, runs in the box, and then being sharp in front of goal. So I think most of those areas could have been a little bit better tonight. I don't think the second half was a little bit better, but speed of play, really, taking people on 1v1, getting numbers in the box, being courageous in the final third. I think all those could have been better tonight.
You got Lydia back in the lineup tonight. From your perspective, what is it like? What does she add? What is it like to have number 15 back in the middle for you?
She's always a good presence to have on the field, either when she's on the ball or off the ball. I think that she's a leader through and through, and it's always good to have her back.
She scored her first goal tonight, turned out to be a game winner. But it looked like she was spending more time playing a little further forward than she has during her first year. Is that because of just the way the game unfolded, or are you going to try to ask more of her on the offensive end?
I think she was just trying to take initiative to find a way to get it done. She was just kind of putting it on her back.
Maura, how do you describe your role on this team as a senior? Obviously, you're an established starter now. That happened at the end of last year. How has it developed for you over the years, and what do you feel like your role is now?
I think that being developed into this program has taught me a lot, and just really learning the ways of SMU soccer. And just being an older player, I get to help those younger than me to just learn the ways of this program and just get to our best potential.
You and Haley obviously back from last year, but you had Sydney and Claire on the back. What's that process been like as you welcome these two new faces onto the defensive end and you guys start to gel as a unit?
Yeah, I think that it's great to get different perspectives from different places, and we all get to learn from each other, but we're getting it done and trying our best to gel together.
When it comes to, and I know, some of these opportunities are there for you and some aren't, like Coach talking about attacking in the final third. That's not necessarily always your role, but what do you think it is going to take for you guys to be a little more decisive there, especially on a night like tonight or a night like Northwestern where your XG was probably about 5, but you only came up with 2? What is it going to take to get over that hump?
I think
We've got to get them in front of goal a little bit more, I think, than we have, and gain some confidence back in front of goal. We've worked a lot the last couple of weeks on, defending in the box and organizing our back line, having as many new players in it as we do. So, we got to keep working in front of goal. This is primarily get them sharp and in front of goal enough that we feel pretty confident in front of goal again.
Coaches often talk about the final moments before halftime, and you could have packed in and gone into the locker room up 1. Zoe scores with 4 seconds left or something before the intermission. How did that change the vibe, the energy within the team, and did it change your message at halftime at all?
I mean, I was happy that they stayed with it and that they found a way to get one, right before the end of the first half. But it didn't really change my message much at halftime.
Is a game like this hard to evaluate when so much of it is played in one end of the field?
Yeah, I think we won't spend a lot of time, honestly. We will probably move on. We know the areas that we've got to keep getting better. You know, I think it felt like, from my perspective, that we weren't as focused coming into this game as we needed to be, that we weren't as sharp, and I think those are controllables. So, you know, this team, again, was in the NCAA tournament. They won their conference. We knew that they were capable, and I think us being as good as we can be every day is what the focus has to be.
You-
Maura, guys are coming off of a road victory over North Texas. In your mind, what does it take to be successful on the road as you guys have a big one at Texas Tech this next week?
I think we just have to continue being tenacious and just like following through on our plays and working hard. And I think that supporting our teammates and pushing ourselves to be as best as we can be is all that we can do.
Good. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.